This is the week, this is the time, this is your time to shine. This is your week to take the opportunities and make things happen for yourself. You're literally getting a chance to take the opportunity and break the loop and exit the matrix. If you feel like you are stuck in some sort of relationship and relationship patterns, you should check out the Starcross app in my bio and specifically look for a feature karmic versus soulmate. This feature is specifically designed to tell you if you are following a certain specific pattern in your relationship or not, and you can actually check your relationship with the person you're thinking of and see your compatibility. If you are interested, it's going to be the first link in my bio. And now let's get into this reading for your sun sign. Pisces, let's see how your week will go. What is something that you need to know, see, be excited for, be prepared for? What is the energy for this week for you, Pisces? Ooh, Pisces, this is the time when you will need to literally mobilize all of your resources, mobilize all of your effort, and do some sort of like a really quick, it's almost like a sprint. When you think about marathon versus the sprint, this is the week when you need to do the sprint because there is something, you are warming up to some sort of opportunities, you are warming up to some sort of action, and there's going to be a lot of opportunities this week, but you should not be afraid of whatever is happening on the outside because it seems like you have such a big force this week. You have such a big energy that also protection this week. You are protected this week. But the thing is, if you allow your fears, anxiety, and almost like negative experience and negative patterns to get into your head, this is going to be a problem. This is going to be where things could go a little bit off and you will feel like, you're not in the right place, but you actually are in the right place. Your main energy here is the Tower and the Chariot. Both show huge opportunities, both show ability to move forward and really create safe environment for yourself in a moment of instability. And Knight of Wands is actually very beautiful here because it literally shows that, hey, if you're willing to force yourself, show a little bit of effort, do something really quickly, right? Like this is a very quick energy. This is the energy of just like, okay, let's come in, let's focus, let's get things done, and let's go home and never worry about it, right? Like this is going to be the week when you might do a lot of things. You might have a lot of projects going on, you might have a lot of work, you might have a lot of responsibilities, but the thing is, you mobilize all of these resources, you find those opportunities because Tower, as much as it is about, oh my God, destruction and everything, it is about opportunities, and it is like a very strong Mars energy. And Chariot is a lot about, hey, like when I'm, believing in myself, this is when I can take this armor off and actually believe in myself and start finally moving freely and forward in a very, very progressively, like go to the things that you want to get. So listen, there will be moments that might shock you. There might be moments that could literally flip your sanity upside down, but you have to remember that in a time of crisis or in a times where things seems a little bit off, this is the time for you to shine and this is the time for opportunities to come. So you better take advantage of them because it seems like there will be a lot of progress made if you just willing to focus on that. Aries, let's see how your week will go. What is something that you need to know, see, be excited for, be prepared for? What's the energy? What's the energy for you? Aries, it seems like this week I overall getting a feeling that like this week for everybody will just be the week when we need to push and get things done and we need to just like wrap it up and like get things done. You know what I'm saying? Because we are all steps away from having this like a big happy moment. We're all steps away from, just like finally feeling ourselves very comfortable in our own skin. And there will be a lot of both mentality and both physicality involved for you this week. So your energies are Queen of Swords, Ten of Wands, Nine of Cups, all very interesting because Ten of Wands is kind of like, you know what, we just like way too far in this. We like, you've been working way too hard, you've been manifesting way too many things. You just like, there is no, like, you cannot go back. You cannot go back. And the thing is, you understand this, that there has to be understanding for you this week that, listen, you see a lot of workload, you see a lot of responsibilities, you see a lot of like pushing limits and making things happening for yourself. It's okay because that's what you're manifesting. This is what you've been thinking of, this is what you've been dreaming of, this is what you understand that this would be the part of the process, right? Like there is a part where you visualize and manifest and you want to like you dream about those things and you imagine certain situationship, right? But you also understand that there will be situations where like we're way too deep into that to give up. But by the end of the week, by the end of the day, you are having Nine of Cups moment, which is like, this is deserved happiness. This is happiness that you deserve. This is the energy when you feel so satisfied with yourself that there is literally like nothing else. Like, you probably know about, I don't know, like what are the situations that you were afraid of but you still did it. Maybe you went to a dentist and you were like, oh my god, like I'm so afraid of this energy, I'm so afraid of like them getting into my mouth and like drilling and doing all these things. But then your teeth feel healthy, you feel healthy, there is no pain in your mouth, and you're like, you know what, it was worth it, and I'm so proud that I went, and I'm so proud that I was adult about it. So this is the week when you are being adult about it and you understanding, hey, I manifested this, I wanted this to happen, I wanted some sort of change in my life, I wanted to get things done in my life. Let me just start and getting these things done, because this is exactly the energy for you. But remember, it will all pay off. So actually your affirmation for this week could be, all my efforts are paying off. All your efforts are paying off. Taurus, let's see how this week will go for you. What is something that you need to know, see, be excited for, be prepared for? What is the energy this week, Taurus? Let's see. Taurus, I'm telling you right now, you better sell, you better show up at work, you better get your check, you better collect your things. If you're working with clients, send them emails that you are offering all the money possible, because we have Queen of Pentacles, we have Nine of Pentacles, we have Knight of Pentacles. Guess what? You are working really hard this week and you are working really productively. You're receiving so much abundance, you're receiving so much love. And first of all, Venus and Virgo here shows that you literally have so much potential through the service, you have so much potential through being helpful, you have so much potential to make money through literally being there for people, and literally, there's something that people value for, there is something that people willing to pay for, there's some sort, there are people who, I don't know, like want to move by themselves and they want to do everything by themselves, and they want to rent a U-Haul truck and like pack everything. But there are people who are willing to pay for that, because they just willing to pay for that. So you need to figure out what are the services that you can do, what are the things that you can do, because there'll always be a person willing to get your services. And it seems like you've been working way too hard, and the overall energy for this week, the overall feeling that I'm getting from all the other readings that I've done this week, this is the week when people will be working hard. This is the week when people will be locking in. They're gonna decide that, hey, we need to do some change. We need to allow some sort of progress to happen. We need to put in the work. Don't be afraid of that, because this is literally the most abundant energy. This is the like. There are times when you put a lot of effort, but you don't really see things working out for you. You don't really see how it's all paying off. Every single effort you put in this week is actually pays off. Is actually bringing you more and more and more abundance and more finances and more opportunities and more clients, whatever that is. So I just want you to think about all your relationship with finances, all your relationship with, you know, things that you have and possess, right? It could be also, maybe you will sell some sort of clothing online, maybe you will sell some sort of things that you don't use, maybe you'll put things on Facebook Market, maybe you will decide to take extra shifts somewhere. But there is a moment that will switch, literally like this little mentality in your mind, when you'll be like, oh, I can actually have so much more offer to the world, because again, Venus and Virgo is all about, I have something to offer, I can be helpful, I can provide for something that people will value. And listen, you are getting so much abundance this week. I mean, look at all of those pentacles. You don't need to say anything else. Literally, go ahead, claim this abundant energy in the comments, because it is yours this week. Put in the work. Don't be afraid of that, and it will happen. Geminis, let's see how your week will go this week. What is something that you need to know? What is the energy for this reading? What is the message for you? I hope you are excited. We are about to be in, not right now, but at the end of the month, we will be in Gemini season. There will be full moon in Sagittarius. There's a lot of things that will be going on. But for you Geminis, like Geminis, you're going to be crazy. You're going to be out of your mind this week. You're going to be doing like literally it feels like you are on some sort of like a special mission, like I don't know, like James Bond kind of movie. Because first of all, I want you to really use all of your knowledge and all of you like social clues. I want you to this week like really focus on where your knowledge, where your energy, where your effort is worth showing up or not, right? There are situations when you meet people, there are situations when you are in companies, and it really just worth to like observe and like don't really talk to people and be like, yeah, nice to meet you, but I gotta go, right? And there are situations where you really want to show yourself off. You want to be like, oh yeah, like I do this, I run this, I know that, I know this person. Like you have to have this like social clues this morning, because this week, because it seems like, don't be scared. we have the devil, we have the tower, and we have eight of swords. So what does it say? Like there is a very abundant opportunity, because devil is all about, hey, let's monopolize, let's capitalize, let's make this opportunity, let's turn this opportunity into cash, because I'm not waiting on nothing. And interestingly enough, this is the Capricorn energy. We have the Mars energy from the tower. Tower, as much it is as about destruction, it's also about when everything is distracted, right? I don't know if you watched like Attack on Titan, but the very last scene, what's happened in the very last scene when the titles go, it's like you see the cities, they're getting distracted, and what on top of the cities? It's the new cities, it's the better civilizations, it's the better progress, right? This is kind of your energy. But what will be here kind of like a little challenging and a little bit of like, let's keep that in mind, is you don't really want to show certain qualities in the places where they're not going to be appreciated. You don't really want to provide a knowledge like a deep like. And as a Gemini's, so what makes the difference between Gemini's and like Sagittarius? Gemini's feel really comfortable gatekeeping the knowledge, right? Like you feel really comfortable watch some sort of documentary and like literally don't tell people about it, right? Sagittarius is quite the opposite. Sagittarius needs to like translate the knowledge and be the person to like educate the kids, but there are places where you don't need to tell anything to people. There are places when you don't need to show off this knowledge, because this knowledge would not be appreciated. So I want you to keep that in mind. And really, this could be the week, if you use this energy right, this could be the week when you take advantage of so many opportunities and make things happen for yourself. Cancers, let's see how this week will go for you. What is something that you need to know? What is something that you need to be excited about this week? What's going to happen? Let's see, Cancers, what's the energy? Let's see what's up. I also been feeling like a lot of like readings that I've done for you, like have you check out your May reading, because there's a lot of new emotions, there's a lot of new feelings, there's a lot of like cool, really like interesting um beginnings that you could have. And it seems like this week you're kind of connecting your emotional vulnerability and emotional intelligence to your ability to either make money or to really benefit from someone, to seek some sort of help and connect to people who can actually help you and provide something for you, right? Because there's a lot of things that we're doing on our own, there's a lot of things that we just like have to do it, but sometimes all you have to do is ask for help, is ask for advice, is ask for some sort of like knowledge, right? Like, can you help me with this? Like, can you help me with that? So your main energy here is the Ace of Cups, King, and Page of Pentacles. And those Pentacles energy, we're gonna get to that, but first of all, Ace of Cups, beautiful. You actually got Ace of Cups for May reading too, so I really advise you to check that out, because there is a lot of new energy coming in. But think about some sort of potential that you've been carrying inside, that you've been, maybe you've been wanted to write a song about something, maybe you wanted to channel your vulnerability and emotions into something else, like maybe start some sort of like online course, and maybe channel your creativity into some sort of work, right? Like there's something untapped potential, something that has been only in your mind, is about to break through, is about to get onto outside, is about to turn into the skill, is about to you know what I'm saying, like it's about to become real. And you need to also get real with, okay, I can have so many ideas, I can have so many feelings, I can have so many things, but am I translating them into the real world? Because it seems like this week you are, and this week is for you to take actions on that. And I've been saying it to like every other sign, this is the week when people do the work, this is the week when people working, this is the week when people getting things done, this is when people having their achievements and pay like things that paying off, right? So King of Pentacles, beautiful energy, because again, you don't have to do the work yourself. You don't have to get things done on your own. But what you have to do is be really practical and be really like down to earth with what you do, right? Again, just what I said, you can have all these ideas, but are you being practical and rational and down to earth enough to understand that, oh, you can actually benefit way more from actually doing the work and like talking to people and, translating your ideas to something else through your feelings, through your connections, through people around you, because it seems like there will be a lot of people around you. There seems like there will be a lot of people who want to help you, who want to provide for you, who want to offer you some sort of opportunities, so you better take it. Leos, let's see how this week will go for you. What is something that you need to know, see, be excited for, be prepared for? What is the energy? What's happening with you, Leos? Let's see. Ooh, Leos, it seems like you are the happiest. You are the happiest this week, but also you understanding that you can only be as happy when you don't control things. You can only be as happy when you understand that this happiness is limited, that this happiness like has its own terms. Because by the end of the day, when you get together with your family, when you get together with people you like, when you get to some sort of events that really make you excited, when you go to the concert, you understand you cannot control any of that, right? You go to see your favorite artist, guess what? The show is going to end. The story is going to end at some point. They're going to start releasing new albums, and this moment is not going to last forever. But while it's lasting, you better tap in this feeling. You better tap on this feeling. You better connect with your emotions and see what are they inspiring you to do, what are they inspiring you to act on, what are they, what are they telling you. Because your main energies here is the Tower, Ace of Cups, Ten of Cups, which you might be like, a little bit confused, like, oh my God, the Tower, it is all about like destruction, sudden changes, failure, like all those things. But at the same time, when things are getting distracted, what is there after that? An opportunity. It's the new beginnings. It's something fresh, something new, something, something evolutionarily even. And obviously, Ace of Cups, beautiful energy of new beginnings, of new potential that you might have been actually like having in your mind, having in your, maybe I actually have been telling you this already, like, and this is not the first time I'm telling you, this is not the first time this message comes true, but you might have so many ideas, you might have so many thoughts, you might have so many things like in videos that you want to record. Maybe you have a separate folder in your notes, maybe you have like some sort of to-do list, and you're like, oh my God, like I really want to do that. But guess what? It's time to do that. It's time to really translate that into the physical world and see the results, because it seems like you won't be just satisfied with what you do, you will be over satisfied, because this is such a big saturation of feelings, this is such a big saturation of emotions. It's kind of like you going on the roller coaster ride, right? You're excited, you're thrilled, you're feeling all of these feelings, but you might feel by the end of the day a little bit drained emotionally, because it's been like so many emotions. And you will look back into those days and you'll be like, wow, it was so much fun, we did way too much, we had so much, so much joy, so much emotions, right? In the moment it might feel like a little bit heavy, you might feel like your nervous system is a little bit overstimulated, but when you look back at those situations, in this week specifically, you're going to remember positive things, and a lot of things are going to happen, but you really better tap into this energy and use it in the best way possible. Virgos, let's see how this week will go for you. What is something that you need to know, see, be excited for, be prepared for? What is the energy? What's happening? What's the message for Virgos this week? Virgos, this is the week. This is the time. And I feel like sometimes, like you Virgos, like we're having a little bit like, questionable readings when you were like, oh, again, tests, again, challenges, again. Okay, we got it. This is the energy that you've been trying to manifest, and it's going to be a really strong week. So I want you to also, when you go through this week, when you experience things, when you look at the things, when you're trying to push yourself into some sort of like new directions and take chances, I want you to look at yourself and ask yourself what type of capacity you have at the moment. Because if you immediately feel scared, if you immediately feel like, oh my God, like I'm not gonna have, like it's not gonna have, like if you immediately panic from amount of emotions and from amount of energy coming through you, you got to talk to someone, you got to talk to yourself, you got to maybe tap into your Virgo hermit energy and really like do the work and understand that, like, okay, maybe it is time to grow. Because this week will be so fulfilled with emotions. Because first of all, the star is all about taking chances. It's all about, yes, let me try it, it's not necessarily about like having immediate result, but it's about, this is a one in a lifetime opportunity that you better take. This is a one in a lifetime chance that you better take advantage of. Obviously, devil, really beautiful. They actually like all kind of connected, because this is Aquarius, this is Capricorn, they all rule by Saturn. So there's kind of like a similar energy here when you can capitalize and monopolize of some sort of opportunities. And the devil is all about, you know, I love Devil card, because Devil card is all about, hey, I'm gonna do what I need to do. And what do you need to do? You need to make yourself so comfortable this life. You need to make yourself so prosperous and abundant in this life that you really have to care about like what will make you happy, right? This is the week when you worry what will make you happy, because there will be a lot of joy, there will be a lot of happiness, there will be a lot of opportunities. But I also see that on a lower frequency level, that could be the week when you just like over abuse your dopamine, when you over abuse your nervous system, when you eating too much, you drinking too much, you having too much party, you hanging out too much, you scrolling too much. Because again, empress and the devil together, they can show that, they can show abuse of this like dopamine energy in your nervous system. So really channel this into healthy dopamine, to achieving things, to make goals happen for yourself, because this is such a major energy. Libras, let's see how this week will go for you. What is something that you need to know, see, be excited for, be prepared for? What is the energy that will come through this week? What is the message for Libras? Oh, Libras, you done waiting for opportunities. You done waiting for. And as a matter of fact, it's not that you just like done waiting. You also understand that like you way too good for this. This week is when you're realizing, no, wait a second. Why am I waiting for some sort of opportunities to come? Why am I waiting for some sort of situations to get better? Why am I waiting for the world to finally heal itself, even though it has not been healed for like thousands of years? Like, I don't need to wait on anyone to make it happen for myself. And Libras, like I went through so many readings this weekend alone. This is the reading. This is the week when people. This is the week when people actually start working. They start getting things done. They have so much energy that if you don't channel this energy into something productive, it will be destructive, right? Like you as a Libra, you don't want to have conflicts. You as a Libra, you don't want to have ups. You don't want to fight with someone on the street. You don't want to confront anyone. So you better use this a lot of aggression, a lot of motivation, a lot of all of this into something productive. So your main energies are the Emperor. Emperor is the Aries. We do have the Seven of Swords, which is Moon in Aquarius, and then we also have Eight of Pentacles, which is Mars in Virgo. So by all of those placements, you can kind of understand that, hey, Moon in Aquarius feels so comfortable with being the smartest. Moon in Aquarius is like those people who like have such a big point of view, have such a big plans, have such a big belief in themselves and into this reality too, that they just like comfortable, coming up with something cute, coming up with something so extraordinary, right? Aries energy, obviously, your opposite sign, Libras, you know what Aries is all about. They're about, I'm not asking for anyone, I'm not waiting for anyone, I'm not asking for permission. I'm just gonna get things done because first of all, I am my own priority. I am my own priority. And obviously, Eight of Pentacles is really beautiful here because it is about productive work that finally pays off. It is about the work that you put, that you so tapped in, you so in connection with this energy. You are so, it's the flow state. If you know anything about flow state, when you are locked in, you are focused, nobody is distracting you, you just like creating something so magical, so unique, that literally it's almost like a godly creation. So your affirmation could literally be, I am my own priority, and this is who you are. You are your own priority. You better get things done. You better use this energy for, again, a lot of efforts, a lot of energy, a lot of Mars, a lot of action, all into constructive things. Scorpios, let's see how this week will go for you. What is something that you need to know, see, be excited for, be prepared for? What's the energy for you? What's the energy for you, Scorpios? What's the message? What's the message for Scorpios? Scorpios, you celebrating something major this week, you are experiencing so much happiness. And here's the interesting thing. I feel like you will feel your Scorpio nature really, 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 really intensely. Because what is the Scorpio energy? At some point, it's all about nobody knows what's happening. I can have my lowest moment in my life, I can have the highest moment in my life, and nobody would know a thing. And this is what exactly it's all about, because you are having the High Priestess moment, you're having Six of Wands, and you're having Ten of Cups. So what is this energy is all about? It's about something that's happening on the inside, something that is the insights that you're getting, the knowledge that you're getting, the news that you're getting, they are for you. They are not for people to share. They are not for people to know. They are not for people to be up in your business. Something that you have to live through on your own. And you see this little, the little separation behind the priestess, because she likes to hold some space. She likes to be a little bit distant. She likes to be a little bit, don't worry about me, I'm doing great. And this is when you're building something in silence. This is when you achieving things in silence. This is when you tapping into the energies, like almost like teasing your dopamine system. Because you know why a lot of people don't make into anything? these days, because we have social media. When you can go online and you say, oh my god, I'm starting a new online course, I'm starting a new reading club, reading book, I'm starting a new hobby, and then the moment you say it to people and they send you likes and you see all these views and they telling you, oh my god, you're so great, you're so brave for doing this, that's it. Your brain already got all the dopamine it wanted, right? So this is really important to live through this high priestess energy. It's about keeping things inside and really digesting them on the inside first before you can actually digest them on the outside. And like, do I really need to tell anything about this energy? Obviously, this is your win. This is the victory. This is like you finally celebrating something and enjoying the progress that you've been making. And Ten of Cups is actually really interesting because when I said about teasing your dopamine energy and teasing your nervous system, Ten of Cups is really all about like, I'm having so much fun. I'm having too much fun almost. Like I almost feel like, it's like when your hands are shaking from like amount of coffee that you had. It's like when you having a little bit of like, I don't know, you on a roller coaster and then you just like feeling like, oh, like this feeling is great, but it's almost like too much. Like I'm having so much experiences that like you almost at some point will start feeling down. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of emotions, it's a lot of feelings, it's a lot of, you know, joyful situations that you're experiencing, but you have to experience them on your own. Sagittarius, let's see how your week will go. What is something that you need to know, see, be excited for, be prepared for? What's your energy for this week? What's something so exciting is happening? Message for Sagittarius. Let's see. Listen, there will be it's really interesting because you taking so much action this week without really know where it's leading you, and I really don't want you to miss out on some major opportunities, because there will be some major opportunities, there will be some major moments happening here that you will be able to take advantage of. But don't stop yourself because you don't know where it's going. Don't stop yourself when you don't know like what's going to happen, because your main energies here are the moon, you have the ace of wands and two of wands. So it's very interesting because the moon represents your back, like this part of your head. And what is this part of your head? It's the blind spot. It's the blind spot. It's the spot that like, I don't know, like you need to watch your back. You know, when people say you need to watch your back because you don't know what's happening there, right? And ace of wands and two of wands, they go one after another, right? Like it's the logical order: ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, and all the way through the 10. So this is like a whole telling story of like you getting some sort of potential and you're getting some sort of new opportunity, some even potential that you have not tapped in yet. And it's something that you're really passionate about. It's something that you are enjoying a lot. It's something that you're really ready to jump out of your bed 3 in the morning and do it. Like, think about, well, actually, I don't know, like if you like to travel like that, because I am a Sagittarius moon, I have like a strong Sagittarius energy. Like, I like traveling. I just feel like as time goes by, like I'm really not ready to take red eye flight. But if it is exciting trip, I will be up in the morning. I will be up like 3 a.m. packing up my suitcases and going. Like, I don't care. I'm still excited, and you are still excited this week. And obviously, two of wands is all about Mars and Aries energy. Mars and Aries, we're just getting things done. We're just aggressive. We're having so much thirst for success, for progress, for some sort of results, for some sort of like action and meat, and just like, we want to get things done, right? But the moon here is your main energy, is kind of like you might not know where it's going to lead you. As a matter of fact, two of wands is also does not promise like where it's going to lead you. It's also about, let's get things done and then figure it out. Because if you know anything about Aries, they don't think where it's going to lead you. They don't think like what is the plan. Like, Aries benefit from acting so fast on a goal that by the time when all other signs understand where it could potentially lead them to, they already get things done. They already have it in their bag. They already got it done. So do not let all this like unpredictability to stop you from achieving things and from securing those opportunities that are coming your way. Capricorns, let's see how this week will go for you. What is something that you need to know? What are the opportunities? What are the exciting things that are coming through for you this week? Let's see. What is the message for Capricorns? What is the message for Capricorns? Fine. Ooh. Capricorns, like I recorded almost every other sign already. And I'm telling you, this is the week when people will be so competitive to get things done. This is the week when something will click in people's mind, like an overall, right? Like, I don't even know where like the moon is this time, like what are the aspects we're going through. But this will be the time when people get so many things done, so many things done. And it seems like you having such a big stamina this week to get things done and achieve some sort of result, achieve some sort of milestone. And the thing is, you have big passion for it. Like, think about something like really passionate. In a way, it might be about relationship, it might be about, your connection to certain people, it might be about like having intimacy and like physical touch and act. But in a way, it's having this like a really animally kind of like a feeling for success, for control, for power, for achieving things. Your main energies for this week are strength, Three of Pentacles, and Knight of Pentacles. So obviously, strength as the lost, it's all about tapping into this like a really like a bottom level of like our needs as like animals, right? Like by the end of the day, we all animals, we all need to like eat, and we all need to just like have those, have all of it to happen. And tap into that, like tap into this hunger, tap into this like thirst for success, for joy, for recognition. Do it all, because you having so much stamina. Knight of Pentacles is all about longevity, endurance, willing to work as long as it needs to receive something, to get something done, and Three of Pentacles, of course, Three of Pentacles, you having your results, you literally having your results, because this is power. This is you achieving something that you've been working for. So it's interesting because there's like on the one hand, there's the energy of I'm excited that I'm having lust and I'm having thirst, right? But at the same time, I'm like, I'm very passionate, patient about. I'm very patient about it. I'm willing to work hours. I'm willing to put in the work, and I'm most importantly, this week you are seeing the results. This week you are seeing something that will form into some sort of milestone that you've been trying to achieve for this time. So very productive week for you. As always, claim this energy in the comments, make it happen, and you will see a lot of progress this week. Aquarius, let's see how your week will go. What is something that you need to know, see, be excited for, be prepared for? What is the energy for you this week, Aquarius? What's the message for Aquarius? Let's see. Ooh, listen, this is the week when it seems like for a lot of signs, this is the week when like it's such like a breaking point. It's such a moment of like, okay, past is in the past, but future is in the future, and there is like there is no necessity to really look back and like grieve about something. You know what I'm saying? So there will be moments when you will feel like you actually need to mobilize your resources and get through something and get through, because it seems like you're moving towards a very harmonic, balanced, cute situation in your life, right? But to get there, to get to this moment of like, I'm feeling stable, I'm feeling safe, you need to look into what's happening right now and figure out what creates this disbalance, what creates a little bit moment of disappointment, what creates this moment of like, by the end of the day, when you come home and you feel dissatisfied about something, and then if it's happening for a week, if it's happening for a month, if it's happening for years, at some point you have to look and say, what makes me so dissatisfied? What makes me so unhappy? What makes me so like, what is this thing? What is this feeling? Because you either keep letting you either let it let, you either let keep it what am I saying? You either gonna keep let it happening, or you change things. Your main energies for this week are the Tower, Five of Pentacles, and also the King of Wands, right? Let's start with our favorite card, the Tower. It is destruction, it is crisis, it is moment of like, oh, I don't know what's happening. It is like very Mars energy of like, oh, we're just like fighting, we're just trying to survive here, right? But at the same time, Tower on a high frequency level, right? In the best way possible, if you tap into your high frequency energy and personality, Tower always means new opportunities. Tower always means new things, new joyful situations, and opportunities that you're taking advantage of, right? Five of Pentacles is obviously creates a little bit of like a little like holes in your pocket, a little bit like holes in your budget, a little bit holes in your like you're trying to understand like where your energy is going, right? So you kind of like distracting this whole pattern of like being disappointed, of having those like holes and seeing where the energy flows and leaves you and fails, and you mobilizing all of your resources, and you becoming so mature, you're becoming so in control of your own situation to fix that. But if you're not mature enough, naturally you're just gonna have to accept this energy and accept the struggles and the whole. So I don't want you to manifest that energy at all.